Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video here on Marvel Strike Force on Saturday morning. Now, you may have seen some pretty crazy shit happen overnight. In that, there was a couple of things. You might have seen my video that I put out about Doctor Strange and Moondragon's rework kit. So it turns out that also something went wrong last night that was pushed in game regarding the reworks to Moondragon and Doctor Strange that seems to be working in game now. However, the text has not been changed to reflect that, and it's kind of buggy. So as you can see here, you go into Doctor Strange's passive. It says shield throw. This is Captain America, and it's super fucked up. And then if you click the button, well, actually, if you click this, you click it again, or click it a couple times, you go off, you go back, and then you can eventually get to the part where there's Wong. So you may have noticed in my video, if you did watch it, though, that yes, Doctor Strange does have a Wong summon. This video, however, is not going to be about Doctor Strange and Moondragon. I just wanted to kind of clarify some of the things that you maybe are seeing or you're hearing, and they pushed it early in game. For what reason, I have no idea. This game is in absolute shambles in terms of being run. Not only are the envoys not being told about what information is coming out in the game, things are seemingly being pushed at random, it would appear. But the topic of today's video is going to be about Emma Frost, an Ancient One, because their kits were also pushed into the game files in the data mines, because all of this stuff was just pushed out last night. So I want to share with you the details. I've done it in PowerPoint presentation as usual. Their characters aren't in game, right? So that's the only way that I can really present it this time around. And so we can get a look at their character kits. It's pretty exciting. So if you are ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. Now, of course, I'm going to be presenting this in PowerPoint. I'm also going to be doing this in full screen mode as usual so that you guys can see everything on the screen. So we're going to start first with the Ancient One. Now, her tags are going to be Hero, Global, Mystic, Brawler, Astral. Now, she is not a cosmic character, which I was not that surprised. But, I mean, I guess Doctor Strange is cosmic, so I kind of thought maybe Ancient One would be as well. But it appears not. Of course, she's a mystic character, though. So originally, I want to talk a little bit about the Awakened skills because there's been some a little bit of controversy. I suppose it's not been made public. But originally, I was told that all of the skills would be awakened. However, it does seem that they've backpedaled from 4 skills to 2. Most of the characters, they're all, including Doctor Strange and Moondragon, actually all have passive awakened. In this instance, for Ancient One and Emma Frost, it's going to be the special. So as far as I'm aware, it's the passive and the special for both characters. For Strange and Moondragon, I'm pretty sure it's passive in the ultimate. So keep that in mind as well. I don't know if they're going to have character-specific awakened abilities like most characters do, or if in the future, or maybe for this team, they might have some sort of generic awakened ability material. I honestly have no idea. So just keep an eye on that. But the text for the awakened stuff is just to kind of changing it into war. So a lot of the text will say in battle world, but then adding the awakened ability will also add it into war. So keep that in mind. Now her passive, Master of the Mystic Arts. On turn, flip heal block on self and all allies, and then on self and all astral ally crit, generate 1 ability energy for self and all astral allies. This part is huge, right? Because this part is really going to make you want to consider maybe using Raider on some of the characters. And I think Ancient One is, just FYI, she is going to be the main damage dealer of the team. So at least having her as Raider is probably going to be a good bet. Now in Battle World and then end War, so this is the Awakened part. If this character has 3 or more astral allies at the start of any match, enemy characters cannot spawn with taunt. This is huge, and also going to be really huge in war. So if you no spawn taunters at all. So you're going to want to probably get this if you can anyways. Get this as an awakened ability because I think this is going to be really strong. On spawn, apply safeguard to self and all astral allies. Again, something else that I think is going to be pretty strong as well in war. On turn, prolong the duration of all positive effects by 1, up to a max of 3 on self and all astral allies. This part is pretty crazy, mostly because I'm wondering if, because she's spawning with Safeguard, is she going to prolong her own Safeguard? So Safeguard normally goes away on your turn. And so I guess what I'm wondering is, can she infinitely prolong her own Safeguard and the team's as long as she takes a turn? Because that seems pretty crazy. So, wow, I mean, that's going to be something to watch out for because in war, this could be super oppressive. I don't know what her speed is, but I mean, there are parts in her kit where she gives speed up to the team. So this could be pretty bonkers. While this character has counter, reduce enemy crit chance by 50%, and then gain 50% chance to counterattack, and then gain 50% crit damage. So she's gonna have an innate chance to counterattack pretty frequently as it is. And then if she has the counter buff, which she'll get from her skills, they have reduced crit chance. So that's pretty cool. And then she has enhanced crit damage, which means if you have Raider and she's already critting or she has a higher chance to crit, she's going to just do a shit ton of damage. And also, this one's interesting. The focus of this character and each astral ally can only be reduced by offense down. So in every single game mode, that you cannot have your focus reduced by the team can't be. And so this kind of reminds me of the Apocalypse passive a little bit, where the first character who goes has a reduced focus essentially. I don't know how many characters reduce focus though, other than that. But yeah, that's pretty interesting and maybe future proofable as well, just in case. Her basic attack, Soul Strike, it attacks primary and adjacent targets for 200% piercing plus apply 2 bleed. On crit, apply an additional 2 bleed to that target. So again, utilizing that crit mechanic. So you're probably most definitely going to want to have this character as a raider. When forced to attack an ally, this character deals less damage to astral characters. So this is the same on every single astral character on their basic because of Null's darkness ability. It's going to be really important that if you slap your own characters, that it's not going to hit very hard. Her special, Serene Devastation. This is an energy cost of 4 to 4 and is available on turn 1. Flip all positive effects into negative effects on all enemies, and then attack all enemies for 200% piercing plus 5% of the target's max health, plus apply heal block for 2 turns. This attack gains 50% extra crit damage. So again, really high crit damage stuff if you get any crits. Apply 3 counter to self and all allies. That kind of stems back into the passive about having counter. And then in Battle World and War, the Awakened part, of course, apply speed up to self and all allies. This attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. So pretty good, low cooldown ability as well. The 200% piercing is a little bit low, but it does do 5% of target's max health. I think a lot of the target's max health stuff, you may have seen it on Moondragon and Doctor Strange if you watched my previous video as well. That's all to do with fighting Null. Target's max health and all that. I do want to say that between that video and this video, or sorry, this video, I guess, and that video, is that I think I had the numbers a little bit too high on the basic and the special. I did go back over it, and it was not, I think I had it at 20%, and it was not that high. It's more, it looks more like this, what you're seeing on Ancient One. So that was my bad, actually, the way I was reading it from the data mine. So do keep that in mind. My apologies for that one. The ultimate, Arcane Rain, energy cost of 4 out of 6. This is a turn 2 ability. Attack primary target for 250% piercing, plus rebound chain to 3 adjacent enemies for 250% piercing. And then attack the most injured enemy for, that was supposed to be 250. I guess I hit the wrong button, my bad. 250% piercing and apply stun. And reduce speed bar by 100%. This one's big, 100% speed bar. Usually it's like something like 50, but this one, 100%, that's a lot. And then apply safeguard to self and all astral allies. So another way to gain safeguard, which is pretty nice too. So, again, that whole extending the positive effects, I'm pretty sure it extends safeguard as well. So it's like almost the team is always going to have safeguard, but this might be in case there are characters who, I don't know, remove it on spawn, that kind of thing, who prevent that kind of stuff so that you can still get it up later. Counterattack breaks this chain. That's unfortunate. So yeah, that is it for the Ancient One. A lot of damage, a lot of critting, a lot of crit damage, and she is definitely going to be the powerhouse of the team. Now let's talk about Emma Frost. She is a hero, global, mutant, support, X-Men, and astral ally. Yes, she's a support character. Crazy, because the team now has 3 support characters. I don't know what they're thinking. I mean, she does have a lot of supporty kind of skills, but she could have been a controller. I don't know why they decided to use the support tag again for her. But what's great is that it is confirmed that she is an X-Men character, which means I think she's going to be a shoo-in for something like Dark Dimension 8 Global Hero. Because you're going to want to, for that 5th slot that a lot of people are really confused about who to use, you can definitely add Emma Frost in here because she's going to have a lot of her abilities are going to be cross-usable for X-Men. This is text that I had in my Doctor Strange slide. So again, kits are going to include the level 7 plus level 8 awakened abilities only, and I don't know where you're going to get the awakened abilities, blah, 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 blah. Okay, moving on. Passive, Reformed Queen, Brilliant Teacher, right? Because now we have the hero version. On spawn, apply defense up to self and all allies, barrier self and all astral allies, and X-Men allies for 30% of this character's max health. So I think Hank Pym has something similar to this to the team or to heroes. The first time this character or an astral ally drops below 50% health, clear all negative effects, sorry, on that character, and then barrier that character for 30% of Emma's max health. In Battle World and War with the Awakened, whenever this character, an astral ally, or an X-Men ally gains disrupted, clear all disrupted and apply immunity on that character. And then non-mythic enemies cannot have their speed increased except by positive effects. This is interesting, actually, very, very interesting, because there's a lot of characters and teams right now that have plus speed to the team. So, for example, Man Thing gives 20% speed to Night Stalker allies. That is not going to be a thing because they're not mythic. So, anyone that had North Star, I believe, also has it for Alpha Flight. Things like this. So, like anyone that has like plus speed to the team is not going to be valid with Emma Frost. So, kind of having that, that the old Emma Frost kind of stuff, but like it's just different. Just basically means you can't use it, and it doesn't apply to future or current mythic characters. Her basic Gleaming Strike. Attack the primary target for 270% damage. Apply regeneration for 2 turns to self, plus an additional regen for 2 turns to the most injured ally or self. And then, I'm not sure if the text actually says injured ally or self, maybe. Or it just includes herself. But anyways, and barrier that character for 10% of this character's max health. When forth, and blah, 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 astral stuff. So this is the same stuff everywhere. I don't know if this really is good enough to be a striker action. I assumed that the barrier was still running. There'd be a lot of regen, but I don't know. For special, Dazzling Domination, energy cost 4 to 4, which means it's available on turn 1. Attack primary target for 250% damage, plus apply ability block for 2 turns and defense down for 2 turns. Finally, Emma Frost has a damaging skill, or in general. Mind control the enemy with the highest damage to attack the primary target. The controlled character gains plus 50% damage for this attack, and then apply offense down to the controlled character. Apply defense up for 2 turns to self and all allies. I like that it's all allies. In Battle World and War with the Awakened ability, bury yourself and all Astral and X-Men allies for 20% of this character's max health. Again, I do like the callouts, the cross callouts for X-Men, and this attack is unavoidable. I believe that she actually goes into diamond form on her basic as well. You might have seen on the thumbnail that she does have a diamond form in her model. And so I think it actually comes from this one, but I'm not entirely sure. I think that she maybe turns into it when she attacks, and then when she's stationary, she's not. I think that's how it goes. Her ultimate, Psychic Wrath, energy cost 3 out of 5. This is available on turn 2. Again, low cooldown abilities, I think across the board between Emma and Ancient One both. That's pretty nice. Attack the primary target for 350% damage, plus 10% of target's max health. So again, more max health damage. This will be good against Null. This is actually going to be a really good skill against Null. If this character does not have trauma, copy and clear all negative effects except stun from all Astral and X-Men allies to self, and then copy and clear it all from the self to the primary target. So she's going to take all stuff. It's kind of like a Red Goblin thing. She's going to take everything from your team, and then she's going to chuck it back to the primary target, right? You can't do that if you have trauma. Mind control all enemies adjacent to the primary target to attack the primary target. The controlled characters gain 50% damage for this attack. So we know that Null summons a bunch of symbiotes, or well, we know if you watch my videos. And so if they all happen to be right next to Null, then you're going to be targeting Null, and then they're all going to just slam into him. So it's going to do extra damage to that, which is going to be a lot of fun. And then bury yourself and all allies for 30% of this character's max health, and then apply immunity to self and all Astral and X-Men allies. So great barrier there, great immunity, and again, cross callouts with Emma Frost. It's really nice and super low cooldowns. And why I like that, and I think that's it. But I do want to talk about why I like that these characters have really low cooldowns is to do with their passives. And I think it's on Ancient One's passive, isn't it? Where they get... Yeah, on self and Astral Ally crit, generate 1 ability energy for self and all Astral allies. This one is huge. This is going to be really, really fun, especially when everyone starts critting in longer battles like Battle World, that just they're going to be just chucking out abilities like nothing else. So that's going to be really fun, and I think that she's going to be a really great damage dealer. Again, low energy cost 4 and 6. This one's a little bit longer, but it does rebound around. This is going to still be pretty good, I think, on the Null battle, because there's going to be a lot of symbiotes to clear out. So yeah, I'm really excited, but I think I'm most excited about Emma Frost. I think that her passive and her everything, it's going to be really cool. She looks great, and I can't wait to see these characters in game. So what do you guys think? about the two new characters, Emma Frost and Ancient One. We have Astral kind of around the corner. I mean, Zombie Scarlet Witch apparently is slated for October the 28th, which means like a week after that, sometime in early November, is when we're going to start seeing the Astral characters released. But I do know what people are thinking. Oh my god, we have more characters coming to the game, and we don't even have Omega Sentinel unlocked. So, yes, I feel you guys all there because I still have all of these other characters still unlocked, and they're chucking more at us. I hope that was helpful. I hope you really enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe, ring that notification bell for all things Marvel Strike. Oh, and like the video as well for all things Marvel Strike Force, because you're going to get all the earliest information on the game here on this channel. So if you're... sorry, what was I saying? That's the end. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. I'm going to have my event video, of course, tomorrow. And also, I will be having a Twitch live stream to talk about all of this stuff because a lot of stuff just came out. So 11 a.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/Boilon89. There may be a VOD if you're a video on demand, if you're watching this one a little bit late. But you could go check that out there as well if you want. And we're going to be talking about all of the changes around Astral on that live stream. So thanks for everyone for coming out to the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Boilon signing out.